What's that, Eliseo? You lost your Christmas spirit in 2020? Maybe you'll find it in 2021. Alright, keep looking. Alright, this is a podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Knuff Said Podcast number 20. It's the first solo one. So I'm just gonna talk for a bit. Nothing crazy happened, just I guess Eliseo had something to do. So, it's just me. So that'll be fun. So, guess what's new? I got a takoyaki maker for myself. Because, little brother Jeremy decided, or he really likes it. So he kept asking, hey, where can I get it? And I was like, I'll just make it. So I bought the maker because he was like, I don't know what to get you for Christmas. And I told him, just get me stuff for it. But, he didn't really bother doing it. So I was like, okay, guess I'll do it. Yeah. So, did that earlier. Made like 50 taco, not all of them actual octopus. I ran out. But, I experimented. I did some mozzarella cheese that I cut up. It's pretty good. Cut up some hot dog. I got it in yesterday, I think. And, I was like, alright, I'm going to get some hot dogs from like Walmart. And cut them up and try it. Because I did not want to mess up with the octopus on the first run. It's a little more expensive than hot dogs. So, yeah. We did that. It's very funny. Because my dad is a very particular person. And what he'll do is he's like, if he thinks that something is right or only works in one way, he'll be like, it doesn't work that way, trust me. So then I told him, hey, I'm going to make these fried ball things with dough, and then there's going to be octopus inside. He's like, that's not going to taste good. You might as well just stir fry them. That's the only way octopus tastes good. So I was really hoping for him to go, oh boy, this is really good. He just goes, it's okay, which I'll take it, Asian dads. So last week we recorded right before Christmas, and I'm recording on New Year's. Eliseo was supposed to join me. I think he just has like family stuff for New Year's. He's gotta talk with his family. I did that this morning, so I made him all takoyaki. Funny enough, Grandma was like, this thing's so good. And I put like, for the toppings, there's bonito flakes, which is like dried squid that's like flattened. So I put that on top as well as the sauces. So my grandma's like, she's trying to say that there's like this paper thin thing on there, but she just called it trash bags. My dad made fun of her. And then like 20 minutes later, she comes over. She's like, what is that? I made like another plate. I put some bonito flakes on there. And she's like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Silly grandma. So I made those. And then I made a little Andrew. Some with, I ran out of octopus. So I was like, I'll just use hot dogs. So gave him some hot dog and some cheese. Put some sauce. Packed it up. Hopefully he likes it. Hopefully he doesn't have to go to the bathroom. So far, no one had to go to the bathroom after eating them. So I consider that a success. It was funny though, because my mom was making her New Year's Day food, and she decided, oh hey, look, here is all of this kitchen. Our kitchen, we have the stovetop, and it's like most of the cooking section. So she relegated me to like this square foot of like cooking surface that I had. It's a little more than a foot. It's like a foot and a half by like a foot. So I didn't have that much space. I just plugged my thing in, had my batter. I was like running back and forth. Oh man. It was here is where my thing was, and then like over there, like you can't tell from the camera, but it's like if here, there, like I had to walk back and forth to make more. And how you make it is you fill it up. It's got like a little divot it's like a half ball, half sphere. And you pour in your batter, you put your filling in, and then you you rotate it so you can get the batter under, and it starts cooking, and then you flip it, and it kind of like the 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 raw batter with the cooked part will kind of like tape not tape like stick together once you rotate it as you heat it up. So that's how you get the ball. And it was funny because my mom, same thing, like if she's never seen it, you gotta give her proof of concept. So she was like, how's this gonna work? It's not gonna work. The thing's not gonna be cooked all the way. There's no lid on it. Because the Vietnamese version, they're used to having that. Or they have like a similar thing to takoyaki, where it's like a little hat shaped it, or it's like a little bell shaped. But like you cook half of it, you put a lid over it, and then you cook the other half, and then you put the halves together, kind of thing. So she was like, this is not gonna work. And then I show her, she's like, wow, that's amazing. And then everyone's like, wow, that's amazing, he knows how to cook. And I'm like, no, I'm just following the instructions. So I got myself that for Christmas. Funny enough, Jeremy still hasn't gotten me anything. He was like, because he kept saying I'm hard to shop for, which I kind of am. As you can see behind me, that shelf of toys. And back there you can totally tell my collection of manga, books, movies, and games. I kind of get what I want, so it's very difficult to shop for me. So for Christmas, he didn't know what to do, so he was gonna get that, but I guess he just forgot. Yeah. Hopefully everyone else's Christmas went well. It's kind of a weird phase where, because of COVID, we can't really have like large Christmas parties with people outside of like your immediate family if you live with them. So I was like, I'll get everyone gifts, not expecting gifts for myself, of course, but just it was funny because my parents are like, they don't bother. They're like, we don't know what you like, to be honest. We're just gonna give you money. And then my aunt's just like, all right, I'm gonna pull money with grandma. Here's some money. We don't know what you like. Go get something for yourself, or save it up. And then Leslie, my sister, decided to bake cookies this year, so I just got a tin of cookies. And that's pretty much it from the family. I got people gifts, and it was funny because I got my dad, I got my dad a sriracha themed Christmas sweater. And it was just funny because when I showed my mom, I was like, check this out, this is funny, right? You know, sriracha is like a spicy sauce that we use. And pretty much what she was like, why are you advertising sriracha? She didn't get that it was a funny thing until he wore it. She was like, but why are you advertising for a company? You're not getting paid for it. I just thought, come on, Mom, it's funny. So it was like a little bit too big for him, so it like snugly fits him. And as a result, yeah, he was wearing it for most of the night, and then he packed up because I think it's one of those it's a novelty thing for him that like he would never wear. I had originally planned it because I thought he might be adventurous and go out to a family friend's house for Christmas. And I thought, might as well be funny and have him wear it. Be the talk of the night. I got my mom some Pokemon cookie cutters, because she likes to make Jello and things that she can cut. She's been getting really into like waffles and stuff. Thought it'd be fun to have her like her morning breakfast, like Pikachu waffles, Squirtle waffles. Yeah, I got Jeremy just like I like faked him out. I said, hey, look, I got you something really big. So I just got him a fairy tale poster. That's one of his favorite animes. Which is funny because I was like, what do I get him? So I saw a bunch of posters at a bookstore called Bookman's, and basically I narrowed it down to 3. I had told him, you know, I kind of gave it away, but I didn't tell him. I just said, pick one. Dragon Ball Z, Rick and Morty, or it was like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like Rick and Morty or Fairy Tale? And he goes, Fairy Tale? It's kind of a scary question. I said, no further questions. And then my sisters, I got them stuff they would like. I showed one of them on an earlier podcast. It was the Baby Yoda poster. And then the other one, I got a bunch of things. I got her 15 Days of Harry Potter socks. Because I had seen that and I was like, that's perfect for her. My philosophy with gifts is find something that people would want, but they would not put the money out for, because they're like, that's almost worth it, but not. Because it's always nice, because then you're like, it gives that extra impression of, hey, you're thinking about them. So, got her that. Yeah. And then I got her some pens, because she likes those nice fancy Japanese pens. And yeah, that was most of my family gift giving. It was funny though with my girlfriend Cheryl. We had said $50 limit, so I was like, okay, I really want to hit, get a lot of things. So I got her Final Fantasy X Remix or Remastered on the Switch because she has one, and I had just got the game, so I was like, oh, that'd be fun. It's similar to if we were to watch a show together or something, but like separate. But it's because it's a very story game. And then I was like, I'll get her a really nice planner for 2021 because she's super into that planner and like stationery type stuff. So I got her one with like stickers, sticky notes, and overall like a very quality one, so she could just use it because she was kind of using like a little one. And then a variety of gel pens, colored gel pens, also Japanese. My sister and her are very similar in that way. But she surprised me because we had waited until last night to open up gifts, and she said, "Oh, you're very hard to shop for." Again, which is a conclusion a lot of people come up with when they think about shopping for me. So she got me some Teddy Fresh merch, which I'm very grateful. I liked it, but I think it kind of went over our $50 limit. So that'll be fun having to reconcile that with future gifts. Cheryl, if you're watching, good luck. But yeah, and then I got a couple other gifts. Someone got me the Lightning Collection Lord Draken, which is in the comics an alternate universe version of the original Green Ranger, where they were like, what if he just stayed bad and he just went around killing other Power Rangers for their powers and just constantly powering up. So he got me that, which is like the fancy collection for like action figure. So it's got a lot of detail. I'll keep it in the box because it looks nice. But if I get enough of them, I might just have to pop them out and just like get better shelving, make it look like a scene or something. And then Eliseo, my man, keeping up with the Beyblade League. He got me 2 Beyblades in a box of 2, or like a kind of like a collection of 2 Beyblades and the arena. So, he Eliseo so far has solely funded the Beyblade League coming soon. So we'll see about that. Yeah. And that's pretty much what's new with me. I watched some stuff. I watched Soul last night, to do Pixar movie. It's pretty good. Guess it just released. I didn't even see much advertisements. This is kind of like first world problems, but because I use like YouTube Premium, like Spotify Premium, Netflix, I don't see advertisements as much anymore. So I had seen like those banner ads on websites because I don't use ad block, because be very hypocritical to use ad block and then be running a YouTube channel. So I was like, that looks interesting, but I never got like any kind of, in depth of it. So I watched it and I was like, this is my kind of movie, man. So without like giving away the plot points, it's just about a dude who, well, it's probably in the trailers, but he's like he's super into jazz music as a piano player, and he pretty much, that's what he's dedicated his life to, just to get like that achievement of, being a professional player, getting paid. Well, he's been a middle school teacher for like the last 20 years as a part-timer. Finally gets the full-time gig, which puts him into a crisis of like, he just thinks like, what have I done with my life? I want to get, that gig, that job. And accidentally dies, goes to this movie universe world of like the afterlife, where most of the time if you die, you just die. But if you're like an extraordinary person, you get the ability to, I guess, like mentor a new soul going to Earth. So it's pretty funny. Lots of afterlife thought and what it means to be human, which I'm always a fan of, because I don't think Eliseo's watched it, but one of my favorite shows that I have watched in the last year, it's like up there with my like most favorite shows, is The Good Place. And that deals with a lot of like philosophy and how the afterlife works. So it's always an interesting thing to see someone else's take on, the afterlife for a child property. But a lot of the jokes were very, very adult centric jokes. Like they're throwaway jokes, but adults would get them. Other highlights, we did White Elephant the other night with our Ninja Show group, which we all did. Genuinely say this, we social distanced. We made a really big circle. We did White Elephant. Everyone washed their hands, hand sanitized. Didn't didn't try to get too close. And it was like 13 of us, so we had 13 gifts. It was very funny because I guess because some people didn't know the rules of it, so we had hyped up like the last like the 13th position to be like what you want, because you have more knowledge and you can take stuff from people. And pretty much the person who got one was like, I don't want number one. Instantly pulls number one, of course. And it was just so funny because she's like our group isn't even that old. The oldest person is like 36 or 37. So it's like, compared to other, or just like in the grand scheme of things, not a bunch of old people, but she's on the older end. It was just so funny seeing like she had that little childlike innocence. She just goes, this is exciting, when she opened up her first gift. So a bunch of people kept stealing from her so she could open up gifts. Out of like 13, she opened like 4 or 5 gifts. So that was fun. And at first I had pulled, what did I pull? Oh no, I didn't pull anything. I stole. So I had stole a cup or a box with some candy and like a Pikachu Funko Pop. I was like, oh man, my mom loves Pikachu. She'll never buy a Funko Pop. Same logic as gifting. So I was like, I'll take it. And then someone else yoinked that from me. So there was a goodie bag with a card game called The Mind. Some spray hand sanitizer, and then some wipes. So I was like, I'll just get that. That board game looks interesting. Plus, it gave the number one person another chance to open up another present. So I was like, that's a win-win for me. So it's interesting. Here's the spray. It's I guess it's supposed to be on a keychain, and the box was like, if your hands are not having fun after hand sanitizer, you might not be for you. And this is supposed to be like an Eris, like just a spray version of sanitizer, and it's supposed to be on the go, and it's got cucumber basil smell, which I didn't think you would want to have that, or like never thought that that would be a smell that I would want my hands to be if I was like, yeah, they're clean. They smell like basil and cucumber. You would think that's like, you sure you didn't just get out of the kitchen? So I got that. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, we started doing more comic book club. Kind of felt bad for Eliseo because he was looking forward to that, and we got ahead of ourselves when we decided to do, a bunch in a row, and we had a bunch in like the back catalog. So I was like, we'll just release that, kind of like chill on it, and just kept pushing it out. We're just like, we don't have to do it this week. We don't have to do it this week, but you could tell he really wanted to do it because I think for him it was like there were comics that he probably had in his head that he like set aside. He's like, I'm only gonna read this for here. So yeah, we covered that. The current series we're on is Deceased, which is DC's version of like the world is filled with zombies, and it's a very interesting way to do it. Like most zombie movies, it's like some dude got infected by this disease, now he's gonna spread it. But this one was just like Cyborg, the guy who's connected to all the internet in the world, he's infecting technology, which turns you into zombies. So, cause you would think with like a universe with like Batman and Superman, like if there was a zombie, like a zombie outbreak, and there's like 10 zombies at the beginning, Superman would know. He can hear everything. But if this is like, they had said within like the first hour, 600 million people, Superman cannot gun down 600 million people, and then like feel good about himself. So, and they cause it's an alternate universe type book. So it's like anyone can die, which is pretty cool. Cause a lot of fan favorites do die like right away. So I am looking forward to that. So if you see this, check out the comic book club that is coming out on Tuesday. That one's already edited, done, shipped, and it will show up in your subscription box. Most likely, if you are watching this. If you are watching this from the future, it's already there. Go check it out. Which is also funny, because I had told Eliseo, we're going to film these intros, and the running joke was up until I needed to, everyone else would be in the intro. So I made mine very topical. My first intro for videos. So that's about it. New year. Hopefully, people don't go crazy in a couple weeks when, the transfer of power is supposed to happen. One sec, gotta get some water. Kind of weird, when there's two people, when the second person's talking, the first person can drink water. But when it's just you, it's just you. So you gotta pause. Yeah, that's about it. Hopefully, that happens. People, people keep it together. We get through 2021, get the vaccine widely spread. 2022, hopefully, everything opens back up by then. I am very, skeptical of stuff opening up by the end of 2021. But, let's hope. Let's hope for a better year. Let's all be smarter. Let's all try to learn more. And with that said, this is the end of the solo. My style of humor is very riff heavy. If you've been watching this whole time, either now and like you're just not showing up on the algorithm, or you're watching from the future. I am very, someone says something, I got something funny right back. But it's like it's very pulling for myself. So I'm gonna have to stop here. So pad out the time. Just kidding. Not padding out the time. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that. Tell Eliseo to come back so I don't have to do this solo again, please. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully Eliseo found his Christmas spirit. Bye, guys.